Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Clayton Weir. I'm the head of strategy at FI.SPAN, and Val Novikov is our head of technology. We're two of the co-founders of the company. FI.SPAN is a white-labeled platform that we sell to large commercial banks. And the purpose of it is a set of transaction banking-specific APIs and white-labeled bank-branded ERP adapters that allow you as a bank to augment your service channels you offer to commercial and corporate clients. The reason we built this is it solves the single hardest problem within a corporate bank. How do you connect efficiently and effectively your clients with the products and services of the institution? Historically, what this has meant is a long, complicated, project to establish host-to-host connectivity, work on custom file formats to exchange data. Often the client has to get third-party consultants to help them. And the project takes months, if it ever finishes. And what we want to show you today is how that could take minutes. Imagine if the client journey started with an email, just like the one Val has received from London Geneva Bank, inviting him to simply connect his bank and his accounting system. He uses QuickBooks, so he's going to click on that one to get going. The first step of the process is an authenticated login through his London Geneva credentials. Now that we know he's a client, we present a contextualized wizard that walks him through what steps he needs to undertake to establish this connectivity. The first page provides some context on what bank services are available to QuickBooks users. He hits next to keep going, and the next step is where Val's going to set the permissions that govern the data that's exchanged on this channel. We believe that controlling the granular level of what to share and for what purpose with the bank is a super important part of this proposition and something that both Val as a client and the compliance people at your bank love. Now that Val's happy, he clicks on authentication, which is going to ask him to log in with his QuickBooks credentials to pass a token, in this case from QuickBooks to the bank. He agrees to those permissions, and once that's done, the connection should be established, and he gets a green light in the FI.SPAN platform, knowing that the bank and his books are now communicating live in both ways. Now that we've shown you how easy it is to connect, what we want to show you is the power of what a client can do once they're there. And for this, we're going to use one of the other client endpoints that FI.SPAN supports, NetSuite. So Val's going to click in there. He's now the treasurer of Gunderson Health Systems, which uses NetSuite to run their whole business from inventory through to financials. You'll see that at the end of the completion, he now has a London Geneva banking application as part of his standard menus, bringing a whole suite of transaction banking services natively into his domain. The first thing Val's going to do is check his balances on that tab, and he's going to get, for his primary operating accounts, a sense of live, real-time balances from the bank. If he drills in deeper, he's going to get debits and credits from intraday transactions, and he's going to have a really good perspective of where he's at from a cash position without having to log into a treasury portal. In addition to that, having this transaction data within the ERP domain helps automate his bank reconciliation process. Now that he knows where he is, the next step is to move to paying some vendor bills. Within this plugin, we have all the open and outstanding bills for NetSuite. For this client, Val's going to do some filtering and sorting to select a couple bills that he wants to pay. In this case, Coca Office Supplies and Herman Miller, it looks like. And this is where the experience becomes fundamentally improved. As opposed to exporting a custom file format for payments or rekeying these, he hits the pay button that we've placed there, and the platform is bundling up that vendor data, that payment instruction, and placing it into the bank back office in near real time. So Val hits OK to confirm what he's done, and his work is over. But it's not just payment origination that's going to be easier. As Val clicks through to the history page, he's going to see a rich level of detail about all of his transactions that he doesn't necessarily have easy access to today. So for error handling, exceptions, and reconciling his books, he has state, transactions and trace, everything he can need. As you can imagine, Val and Gunderson Health bank with a lot of different treasury institutions. But we believe that by London Geneva making his life so automated, so secure, and so simple, they're going to accrue more of his business. You're probably thinking that we can only do this with modern and cloud-based applications, and that would be incorrect. FI.SPAN is a connectivity solution provider for all of your hardest challenges. Imagine a more on-prem and legacy-based system such as Microsoft Dynamics. We can cover that too, which Val is going to show you now. London Geneva Bank also has a proprietary application within this menu and can do things such as seeing your balances and transactions or the same kind of payment automation. There's one more thing we wanted to show you today. Underneath all of this is a really powerful purpose-built API platform specific to commercial and transaction banking. London Geneva has optioned in this case to use this as their white label it and use it as their primary API service channel for corporates, wholesale clients. And we think this is really important and powerful because the big question within banks today is how are we going to profit or see a return on our investments we've made in open banking and API infrastructure? And FI.SPAN's answer to that question is by pointing API-enabled services at our most lucrative customers, the corporate, commercial, and wholesale entities who bank with you. Just as a quick summary of what we've talked about today, there's 3 things I want to leave you with. 1, FI.SPAN connects your bank to your corporate and commercial customers in minutes, not months. Once connected, we offer a highly differentiated, highly automated extension to your business banking channel. And the third thing is that we help you become more API ready and make more money from your API programs. Thank you so much for your time today. We invite you to join us, FI.SPAN, and the large North American banks who already use our platform to bring forward the future of business banking. Thank you very much.